Hi, I'm Bet from Bet's Makes, and today's short lesson is going to be on using the weld tool and how to use welding when it comes to text and other shapes. So let's open Cricut Design Space and start on a new project. So this is a new project inside Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to show you how to do some welding, but we're going to use text as our first stop. So let's click on the text tool over here, and I will just use the word welding, and whoop, must have the caps lock on. Now what we're going to do is take this little arrow here. I just want to make it nice and big so that we can really see it on the screen. That looks perfect. Now you'll notice each letter here is going to be set up as a cut, because that's the way the text comes in, as a cut. But we don't care about that right now. First thing we want to do is come up here at the top of the layers panel and click on ungroup. Now that you'll see every single letter, and you'll notice it's in reverse order, not a problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to move these letters around. You're going to click on them one at a time, and we're just going to make something really funky. Now that looks great. Now if I sent this to the cut, it would come out one letter at a time, and I'd have to place them myself on the mat, and that's not what we want to do. We want to be able to cut exactly as we see it on the screen. Now in order to make it one shape so it cuts out in exactly the pattern we want, what we really want to do is hold it all together. So select it all. You can also come over to the layers panel. You can click on one, and then you can hold down the shift key and click on each one of the letters. So there's two ways to do it. I'm just going to group this because that's my habit. I like to group things, so if I decide I want to move this around the screen and do something else, it will be really easy for me. So what I have to do down here is at the bottom of the layers panel, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click on weld. Now if you look at the layers panel, you'll see it came out as one object. It no longer looks at anything but one object. Now, what is really important here is to know that you can move things around the screen easily. Now, I used text in this case, but let's try a couple of shapes. Let's go for a heart. And let's make it red. Come up here to the line type and change the color. And perhaps we'll go for a diamond. Let's go for a diamond, and we'll make that diamond blue. Make it dark blue, and we'll bring it down here. So we have hearts and diamonds, and this is a pretend little logo that we're going to have. Now we can add some text to this, and you can I'm just going to type in heart. Now it's pretty big, but that's okay. And I want to put the heart down here just like this, but I'm going to change its color. And the reason we're changing colors, I want to show you what happens when we weld things together. Now this is the perfect shape, exactly the way I want it, exactly the way I want it to cut out. I'm going to highlight over all three. When you're using weld, you can pick as many pieces as you want. Now I'm going to come back down here and I'm going to click on weld. And you'll notice it takes on the color of one of the objects. That's why I didn't want it in black. So now it is also one object. So that is how you use weld. You just place things. Now, if you welded something that's on top of something else, what you're going to end up with is the one bigger shape. Now, let me just show you so that you don't get caught into that trap. One of these, where is it here? I'm just going to change the color to purple so that we can see what's going on, and maybe we'll do a star this time, and we'll make the star yellow. Now the star is going to be bigger, but that's okay. I'm just going to use this little handle and shape it a little bit. Now I'm just going to put it into the corner here and kind of line it up. Now this is a shape that I really want. If I take this together and now I click on weld, look what happens. It loses the definition of the second shape. So when you're using weld, make sure that they're far enough apart that you can read everything. Now I hope you really enjoyed working with this, and that's our short lesson on welding. And until next time, happy crafting.